We're on the road with Mickey, we're gonna have some fun. Regardless of the rain or sun, our trip has just begun. So buckle up, let's go, we're about to start the show. And maybe if you like us, you'll see where else we'll go. Hi everybody, I'm Sophie, he's Mike, and she's Brenda, and welcome to On the Road with Mickey. If you're returning for another adventure with us, welcome back. We are so glad you have returned safely. And if this is your first episode with us and you're new here, welcome. It's so nice to meet you, and I'm going to show you the reins today. First up, we have our Cheddar from the Big Cheese, which is basically our Disney news snippets. And then after that, we have our feature topic, which is what we talk about for most of the episode. And then after that, we have our This Day in Disney History, brought to you by me. And after that is our game of Who's Who, and that is brought to you by Mike, my dad. Oh, fair warning, I'm almost never wrong when it comes to this game. I almost always win it. And then after that, Brenda will be giving us a quote from the big man himself, Walt Disney, and it's just going to be amazing. So buckle up, keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the car at all times. Make sure you're safe, fasten your seatbelts, all that good stuff, and we will see you on the road. It's time to get going. Let's go!
Hey everyone, I'm Mike, and that's Sophie.
And that's Brenda.
Hi everyone.
And Grogu says, hey, we all know Grogu. We don't even need to introduce him, do we?
No, we don't.
And we're all on the road with Mickey. This is episode 102 for December 27th, 2021. And this week, we are taking a look at 22 things to do in Disney in 2022. You like how we went with that? 22 things, 2022.
Yeah.
It's the creative genius of Mike Ellis.
22 for 22.
And this is probably going to take us 22 hours to get through.
Yep. So there you go. So I hope you all are ready for a marathon episode of On the Road with Mickey.
Yep.
But before we get started on our feature topic, we have an update. I have an update. Okay. Brenda.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We asked the question, are you team lights or are you team projection?
Yes.
When it comes to the decorations at Cinderella's castle. So, when in doubt, you do a poll. And that's what I did. We put it in our Facebook group. And I'm going to tell you right now, it wasn't even close.
Oh, wow.
By
wasn't even close.
Nearly 3-to-1 ratio, the winner is Team Lights.
Yay!
So, you two, kudos.
Yay!
Thank you.
For those of you who voted like I did, Team Projection, we're just going to give them this. We're going to be gracious, but we know we're right, don't we?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Well, I'm sure I speak for all of us who vote for Castle Lights. The projections are awesome. Don't get us wrong. It's not that we don't like the projections. They're awesome. It's just that we prefer the Castle Lights.
There you go.
Exactly.
There you go. There is Miss Brenda being the voice of reason.
Are you saying I'm not the voice of reason? I agreed with her.
But she's the one who said it first, Sophie. That's why I said her. And remember what you're going to start calling her, Sophie.
Well, now that you say it, it's going to make it seem awkward when I call her Aunt Brenda.
It's not awkward to me.
Not awkward to her.
Yeah, it's about the fact that you said it on a recording, though. Now people are going to be like, why isn't she calling her Aunt Brenda?
Well, say it the third time, Aunt Brenda. And then it'll be in your head, right?
Something like
Y'all
that.
are
I think
funny.
maybe after 30. I think the rule is you have to do something 30 times to make it a habit.
Oh, wow.
I thought it was just 3.
Mm-mm.
Anyway, Team Lights for the win
Yep.
Yay.
in our
We are
truly
victorious.
scientific poll.
Yep.
Well, thanks everyone for writing in and letting us know what you thought.
Yeah,
Thank
We'd like to
you.
know.
we'd
Uh-huh.
love to know. All right. Well, Sophie, you've got the first bit of cheddar.
Yep, and this is an absolutely adorable one. Over at the Animal Kingdom, one of the white rhinos there, her name is Lola. She just gave birth to a healthy and adorable baby girl calf in early November. And the
Oh,
Disney's Parks blog released information and pictures about her recently. She is the third white rhino born at Animal Kingdom in the last 13 months, and the 13th white rhino born at Walt Disney World Resort.
And I think,
She's so
sweet.
cute.
yep.
Yes.
And you know what? She has no problem getting dirty.
Oh, she's so cute. Oh, sweet baby.
Yeah.
You know
And
something, Daddy?
what?
I'm pretty sure that what rhinos will do is they're like elephants, I think, where they'll put mud on their backs as a form of sunscreen.
That and to cool them down too.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah, I think you're
Smart.
absolutely right. And I was reading about that post that that the Animal Kingdom people put out, and they were saying that it's a big deal because they're so endangered because the poachers go after their ivory tusks, their horns.
Yeah.
And so this is a huge thing that they've had 3 in just a little over a year that were born,
Yeah.
which I
Sweet.
think is really cool.
I
Very
think it's
sweet.
wonderful.
Yes.
Yeah. So, all right. Brenda.
Yes. Well, raise your hand if you're going to be at Walt Disney World from now until the end of the year. We
Daddy?
won't be, but if you are, you get a special surprise. One
What is
special occurrence is that Mickey's Once Upon a Time Christmas Time Parade, which had only been performed during the very merriest after hours party, is now being shown twice daily at the Magic Kingdom during these last days of December 2021. Looks
Mhm.
like the times are generally at noon and 3:45 or 3:30 depending on the day. So be sure to check your times guide. But you get a special treat to see this great parade if you're there between now and the 31st. Awesome.
Yeah.
So glad to know
no?
that.
I have a client that checks in on the 30th, and I was telling her about it. I think she's really excited. And
Yes,
it is huge
it
because
is
it's like
huge.
it's like a real parade during
Yes.
regular park days. Oh,
Yes. Very big deal.
checks
Very
Oh
one
big
my.
more
deal.
thing off of the we're back to normal list.
Yes.
Mhm.
And that can't
Daddy,
be any better.
Daddy, are you sure we can't plan a last minute trip?
Positive. Sorry, babe.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, honey. Well, I have 2 bits of
2 bits, 50 cents.
2 bits of cheddar. Um, we talked a while back about Mears Connect, which is an alternative to Magical Express, and
Mhm.
that service starts on January 1st, so it's coming up real soon.
Mhm.
Um, but an alternative was just announced. It's called the Sunshine Flyer, and it'll starts on February 1st, and
Ooh.
it'll take you from Orlando International Airport to Walt Disney World, and back. And the buses are themed like trains,
Ooh.
and to the point that even the bus drivers and whatnot are going to be dressed up in uniforms that make them look like conductors and so forth from the trains. Um, like I said, it starts on February 1st, and prices are $17 per adult and $12.50 per child each way. Um, so it's comparable in price. But like I said, it doesn't start till February 1st, whereas Mears Connect starts on January 1st. So keep that in mind.
Mm.
And then also, just learned this morning when we were getting ready to record, and reopening on March 31st, 2022, Disney's All-Star Sports Resort. And whether you are a fan of the resort or not, the big deal is that come March 31st, all of the Disney resorts will be open for the first time since 2020.
That's the
That
truth.
that to me is the bigger deal. And if
Yeah.
you are looking to stay at All Star Sports Resort, you can make your reservations now for any time March 31st and beyond. Um, so we need to, if you need to reach out to us, let us know. Brenda at pixievacations.com or Mike at pixievacations.com.
Awesome.
Wow.
Yay, that's great news.
Yeah. So that wraps up our cheddar from the big cheese.
All right.
And it is time for our feature topic, 22 things to do at Disney in 2022.
Oh,
We're going to
boy.
kind of go around the world, around the table, and I want to know who wants to go first. Raise your hand.
You go first, Mike.
Yeah.
Well, I've been talking all this time.
Well, talk a little more.
Yeah,
Well,
we'd like
okay
to
then.
hear your voice.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to go first. And
All
then
right.
Sophie's going to go second.
Wait, what?
Yay.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. So,
Oh, y'all are funny.
you know, these are on my list, and I hope I make them all happen in 2022. If not, they'll stay on my list until they are for 2023 and beyond. But
No, they're going to be done in 2022 for sure.
I want to witness in person the Candlelight Processional.
It's for sure worth seeing, for sure.
It is for sure worth seeing, absolutely. And I want to make it happen. Even if we go down for like a 2-night trip,
Yeah,
3-day, you know,
it would be worth it.
I
Yeah.
want to see it. I want to experience it. I want it to happen.
Yeah.
Because, you know, the more you wait, the more the chance becomes that they stop doing it at some point.
Oh, no, they can't.
They can't, but that they might. You never know.
Yeah, I know. Everything changes at Disney.
So
Yeah.
I want to experience it at least once.
That's a great one, Mike. Great one.
Okay.
All right.
Sophie.
Okay. Something that I would like to do in 2022 is I would like to take my first solo trip to Disney.
Ooh, that's a
Yeah.
good one.
That's a big one.
Maybe, yeah, maybe just for a couple nights, nothing too long. Or maybe I go for one night, experience it by myself, and then you guys come join me.
That would work too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good item to have on your bucket list.
That is a good
Yep.
item.
Because I've seen all these other people do it, so I'm like, I'm an adult now. I could do it. If I get the money, I could totally do it.
Yeah,
You could totally do it for sure.
you could totally do it.
Yeah. And I can
Sounds like-
have you plan the trip for me, Daddy.
That's right.
That's
You know what
right.
you could do? You could arrange it, and you could do a solo trip for sure, but you could also do a girls trip with you and Jagan.
That's true. Me, Jagan, Riley, maybe.
Yeah.
That would be really fun.
Oh, that would be fun.
All right.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yep.
Okay. Well, Brenda, you're up.
Well, I am going to skip down to one of the things that I've been sitting on the edge of my seat for forever.
Okay.
And that is finally writing the Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. Will I ever?
Yes, you will.
That ride is, oh my gosh, I cannot wait till it's finished. It's supposed to be finished in summer of 2022. I am so excited for this ride. I can't even get over it. So that is top of my list for 2022. I can't wait to ride.
Yeah.
And if they do it with Lightning Lane and they charge $25, I hate to say it, but I will still pay it because I am going to do that ride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really looking forward to that in 2022.
Yeah. I think I'm right there with you. You know what? I'll ride it with you, Brenda.
That sounds fantastic. Just can't wait for it. It's going to be so awesome.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we're all meeting up at Disney to ride Guardians of the Galaxy, is it?
Works for
Yeah.
me.
But
All right.
but you'll be on your solo trip, Sophie. So how will that work? I guess it'll have to be another trip, won't it?
Yeah, we need at least 2 trips in a year. We can do it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
All right.
You know, off of my theme of Candlelight Processional, I also want to take in the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party.
Sounds
That
like a
is
plan.
on my list.
Yes.
Same trip.
Same trip. We could do both of those.
Yep. 2 nights. One at Very Merriest or whatever it ends up being next year.
Yeah.
And then one at Candlelight Processional. That sounds like the best 2 days spent ever.
All right.
Too.
Oh,
Okay.
boy.
Sophie.
My turn now.
We're just knocking these out.
Yay.
Yep. Well, dang, I'm looking at your list, Daddy, and you've got a lot of things that I've got, but there is one thing you don't have, and that is that I would like to eat around the world at the Food and Wine Festival again.
That's
Okay.
a good idea.
Yep, I loved the Food and Wine Festival. Maybe I'll do that when I'm there by myself so that you are not there to be like, Sophie, I want to go ride this ride. I'm like, okay, I want to go eat this bao bun.
You know what? I always have plans to eat around the world.
And we never.
And I almost never really implement fully,
Yeah.
And I did, our first time at Food and Wine Festival was 2011. That's the year we met Brenda.
Yeah.
And
That was
I had a
fun.
plan, and we actually did stop at least 3, maybe 4 places and ate some really good stuff around the world. But that was probably like the max. And last year I didn't really eat around the world much.
I only
year
got
before-
one of my things because I insisted.
Yeah. So I think it's about planning, and I think I didn't plan it right. And I think the key is that I had made all these reservations for dining reservations for our Epcot day. And it's like, if you do that, then you're not hungry to eat around the world. So you need
it's
to
definitely
really
better to just do that.
You need to make sure you just ignore having any dining reservations and just make that your plan of attack.
But at the same time, the Garden Grill
Is superior. Yeah, it's so good.
yeah.
Go there a different day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's my thought. Maybe I'll need to spend 2 days at Epcot, one to eat and another one to eat.
There you go.
And ride.
Yep.
Okay.
That sounds like a good plan. And
There
those
you
bao
go.
buns are delicious. You turn me on to those, and oh my gosh, they're so good.
Oh, yeah.
Very good.
They are amazing.
Well,
All
I'm
right.
going to go to an experience that I'm very excited about. I have a guest of mine, a client of mine, that I've been booking trips for 10 years. She lives in Illinois, and we are finally going to be at Walt Disney World at the same time this year.
Wow.
So I get to finally meet her in person. I'm so super excited, Cassie, and I can't wait. Very excited about that.
Oh, that's so amazing.
You get to meet in person. So glad.
Meeting people
That
in
is
person
cool.
at Disney is like, I love just meeting people at Disney.
Yeah.
Yep. And it may just be herself and her daughter Sophia, or it may end up being other members of the family, but I'm just really, really, really excited about meeting them for the first time.
Yeah.
Ooh, I see, I see. So are you planning this trip for them?
Yes.
Gotcha. I was like, wait, how does
It
she
just
know if
happened to
it?
end up that way
I
for the
see.
first time. Yeah, in all these years.
That's
Wow.
awesome, Brenda.
Yay.
And that's going to go hand in hand with my third one, which is meeting up with friends and family.
Yeah.
Because like like Sophie said, we love meeting people at Disney, and it's even better when we already know them and already love them, and then to be able to say, "Hey, we're going to be here," and they're like, "Well, we're going to be there too," you know.
Yeah. That's
And
Yep.
awesome.
that's what we love to do it. We love to meet up with our friends and family.
Yeah.
And I can't wait till we see who we meet up with.
That
Yeah.
is cool.
Which actually, that also segues into my number three, because I would really like to meet up with Chris, Christy, and Billy from Billy's Closet again.
There you go.
Yeah. That's a good one.
They are just awesome people. They are absolutely awesome people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
Yes.
are.
Yeah.
They are.
Truly.
And every time you tell me about something they post on Facebook for us to see, I may not have a Facebook still, but every time you tell me about them, it just warms my heart and makes me smile.
Hmm.
Yeah. Very sweet people.
Yep.
Very sweet. Grogu loves Billy too.
Yeah. He is. They are friends for life, aren't they, Sophie?
Peas in a pod.
Yep.
Very good.
All right. Well, these
Whew.
are kind of segueing together, and I don't know how it happened that way, but it did.
Yeah.
And my next one
Oh, wait, you
is
skipped me.
I'm sorry,
Oh,
Brenda. I did skip you.
oh,
Okay.
Go ahead, Brenda.
I am very excited about seeing the new Walt. I know this goes without saying. The new Walt statue that's coming to Epcot. I
Oh yeah.
cannot wait
Yeah.
till it's there. I don't know exactly when it's coming, but it is supposed to be in 2022 as part of the reimagining, and it's going to be in the Dreamers Point area that's going to
Oh.
be by Spaceship Earth. And I can't wait to see it. I'm so excited about it.
oh my
I am too.
gosh, I
Keep
didn't know
talking about it
about
a moment,
this.
Brenda. Keep
I
talking
didn't
about it.
know about this. I just Googled it. That is,
He's sitting on the stairs there. It's just
oh
going to be
wow.
wonderful. Just going to
I
be a
Sophie,
wonderful addition.
what?
you beat me to it. I was gonna find an image and share it, but since you found it, go ahead and share it so people can
Yeah,
see
one
what it
sec.
looks like.
Oh, you want me to do something technical?
No,
No,
no, no,
me.
Sophie.
Oh, okay.
Look at
Yep, there it
that.
is. There it is. Yep. Yep.
Oh,
It's wonderful. I cannot wait to see it.
wow.
Just beautiful.
That is amazing.
Yep.
I
If you're
had
listening
no
to us on
idea.
iTunes or Spotify or something, but not watching it on YouTube, definitely go to YouTube and check out this statue, or go to Google and check
Yeah,
the new statue of Walt coming to Epcot in 2022. It's
I
beautiful.
Yeah,
had I had no idea about it.
It's
I had
yeah,
beautiful.
no idea it was coming.
Well, now you can
it's
be excited about it too. Yay!
yeah, yeah. I can just picture myself sitting there,
Me too. Yes, definitely.
like jot down a note and be like, "Hey, what do you think of that?" Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
good, Mike. That's good.
Kurt Russell.
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah, that
anyway,
is definitely something I'm looking forward to. I'm sorry I interrupted you.
no,
Oh
no,
no,
no.
you're
You didn't
fine.
interrupt.
It
You
was your
didn't interrupt.
turn.
It was your turn.
Well, now it's
And
Mike's turn.
I was gonna say when Sophie said about Billy's Closet of Magic, one of the things I want to do is I want to have and actually have it, because I've tried to have it before and just haven't followed through like I should have. But I want to have an On the Road with Mickey meet up in the parks with the
Oh, fun.
listeners. I want
That's
people
fun.
that follow to just say, I'm going to be like, hey, we're going to be at the Magic Kingdom at the hub.
GTA.
We're going to be at the Spoke or wherever. And I want people to say, hey, we're there. We're here. You know, that would be so
Yeah.
cool. Don't you think, Sophie?
That would be awesome.
And
That would be
Brenda, you'll
very
have to be
nice.
there too.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would be super
Yep.
cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think that would be fun. And I want it to happen in 2022.
That would be
And
great.
I mean, we've already had it somewhat happen. The last time we were at Disney, remember, you were wearing your On the Road with Mickey shirt that said, I'm Mike. And we were sitting at a bench in Fort Wilderness, and then all of a sudden, a guy comes up and says, Hey, Mike. And you were like, who on earth knows my name? And then you saw him, and he said, we just subscribed to the podcast.
That's
Yep.
fantastic.
His name was Benjamin.
Yep.
And he left a comment on one of the YouTubes early on. And if you're listening, Ben, happy New Year, happy holidays, and we hope you're still enjoying the show. And check out our awesome co-host Brenda, because she really makes this show run.
Absolutely, she does.
But anyway, yeah, that was July 2020 when we had the parks to ourselves, Brenda.
Yes, God, I
Oh
wish
my
I'd have been
gosh,
there at that time. That would have been the greatest time ever.
That was so incredible.
It's one of those things you look back on life and you're like, God, I missed it.
But anyway,
it's all right. We'll have a bunch
that
of
was cool.
we'll have a
you're right,
bunch of
Sophie,
experiences like that with Aunt Brenda on the show. We'll have a
Yes.
bunch of those.
Yes, we will.
It'll be fun.
All right. So,
Sophie,
you're up.
All right. Well, you know how much of a thing I am for resorts, and I want to stay at a new one this year.
That's a good idea. You have one in mind?
I have tons in mind. No, I'm not going to be able to pick just one.
Well,
I love Pop Century. I love Coronado Springs. I love the Grand Floridian. I haven't stayed at the Polynesian, have I?
No.
Nor the Boardwalk or the Beach and Yacht Clubs. There are a lot of ones I haven't stayed at.
So just pick one. You going with the first one, Holly?
No.
If you had to pick one right now and you could go there this weekend, which one would you pick?
The Boardwalk.
Boardwalk, okay.
Yep.
Nice.
The Boardwalk. I can walk right to Epcot and start eating my way. Well, actually, the Food and Wine.
Convenient.
The Food and Wine Festival isn't going on right now, is it?
No.
Oh, well. Next year.
Yep.
All right. That's a good one, Sophie.
Thank you.
I'm going with a brand new one. I'm skipping all the way to the end of 2022 now to December. And I am going to be sailing on the brand new Disney Wish for the first time ever. And I'm very excited about the ship. I'm very excited about Elsa entertaining us during dinner. I'm very excited about the new adult area that's much bigger than on the previous ships. And I can't wait for that trip. I cannot wait to see the ship. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
It's a short one though. It's only a 4-night. I really like the 7-night cruises, especially driving all the way to Florida and, but it's okay. I'll take the 4 nights on the brand new ship anytime.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
That is amazing. I really wish you could take me with you.
Not on that trip. Next time, maybe.
Maybe.
You know,
your
that
turn,
new ship's
Daddy.
a little expensive.
Yeah.
I want to eat at least one restaurant we've never been to before.
That's a good one. You have one in mind?
We've been to this one, but only for breakfast, and that's Ohana. We've never been there for dinner. I would like maybe California Grill, maybe Le Cellier.
I like steak.
Maybe Chefs de France. I've never been to Chefs de France. I've sent clients to there, and they enjoy it.
Yeah.
Maybe
Rose and Crown.
Yeah, the Rose and Crown. Yeah. Raglan Road.
I love the Rose and
Road.
Raglan Road. Yay! I'm raising the roof for
we've been
Raglan
next
Road
door, so.
Yep, we've been next door. I would love to go to Raglan Road.
Raglan Road.
Yeah.
So good.
There's only like 800 more that I could choose from.
Yeah.
So.
A lot of them are. Let me think. We've actually eaten at a lot of restaurants, though.
Yeah. But we typically, for me anyway, and Sophie, I think, just kind of goes along with the flow. Daddy says, "Hey, let's go eat at the Garden Grill." She's like, "Okay," or "Let's eat at Liberty Tree." Okay,
Well, they're all good.
Yeah, in my defense, you know what I like to eat, and you often choose it based on that.
That's
or
true.
Based on the fact that I will find something to eat if we're there.
Yeah. So I think it comes down to just needing to say, hey, you know what? We can expand this instead of just eating at least one restaurant we've never been to before. How about we have it where we have a trip where we eat at a restaurant every time it's one that we've never been to before.
Ooh, wow.
You're right.
That would be a really interesting experience and maybe worthy of a podcast episode down the road.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
All right.
So are we doing a new restaurant, all new restaurants, no traditional ones the next trip, or are we doing just one new restaurant a trip?
I'm going to leave it at one new restaurant right now, but that's in the back of my mind. It's back here.
There you go. All right. It's a 2023 idea. Go ahead and jot it down.
Because next year we got to do 23 things, so we got to start filling this list in now.
Yep. Oh boy.
All right, Sophie. Your turn. What's coming up in 2022?
Well, there's the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. I want to go back to that.
Okay.
Good idea.
Yep.
Sounds like a good thing to do on a girls' trip.
Oh, yeah. And I'm going to have an even...
I want to go.
Don't worry. I'm going to have an even better Halloween costume this year. Really? I'm going to go as Trixie from the Country Bears.
Oh.
Cute.
Yeah, that's going to be a great Halloween costume, and I already got most of it. I got the blue tutu, I've got a blue bow, I just need the fuzzy brown jacket.
So if we do Country Bears for our theme, who would I be?
Big Al.
There you go, Brenda. You heard it here first. I'm Big Al.
Mommy would be Tennessee Bear.
There you go.
All right.
All right, Brenda.
Well, this year is supposed to be granddaughter number 4, Luna, who's 3 now. She'll be 4 then. Supposed to be her first trip. They're supposed to be going with us in December to the park, so hopefully we're going to experience Disney for the first time with Luna in 2022.
Nice.
Very excited about that.
Yes.
Yes, she sees the commercials on the television and her hands go up in the air and she wants to ride. she's very excited. So I'm
Oh,
hoping that that's going to happen, and I'm really, really looking forward to sharing that with her. Haven't shared that with her
Yeah.
yet.
yeah.
So it'll be
Yeah.
great.
Yep.
That'll be awesome.
Yay. Yep.
That'll be awesome. You know, I'm taking this next one as a new thing for us because 2020 we were supposed to go to the flower garden. We were going to be there in March. They closed.
Yes. Oh God.
And we made it in July, and they still had things from the flower garden, but they renamed it. So it wasn't the true flower and garden. It was like a hodgepodge of flower and garden and food and wine kind of mixed together.
Yeah.
And so I would like to take the girls and go to the Flower and Garden Festival.
Yes, please. That
Yes,
is
that sounds like a
beautiful.
great idea.
That
And
festival is beautiful.
yeah,
It
and it
is.
is beautiful, and they're doing a ton, and they add the food kiosks and everything now, so it's
Yes.
almost like it's a combo of flower and garden and food and wine, but still, I would like to go to the
Well, you
flower
have
and
to
garden.
eat when you're looking at all the topiaries and all the butterfly
That's true.
gardens. I mean, you
That's
have to have
true.
something to eat.
Yeah,
Works out for everybody.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great one.
All right,
All right.
Sophie. I was thinking when I asked my question last time,
Yeah.
I was thinking about a life event that's coming up for you.
Oh yeah.
And what
That's
you were thinking about with that.
The one that involves being one number short of the current year, is that correct?
Yes.
Oh, my 21st birthday. My birthday is an easy one to remember. No, my age is an easy one to remember. You just take the current year, subtract 1, and that's me.
Yep.
There you go.
So what do you want to do on your birthday?
For my 21st birthday,
Wasn't there somewhere you wanted to go that has pianos?
yeah, that you were the one who got that into my head, Daddy. You wanted to take me to Jelly Rolls, but you know what? There is one more place I'd like to go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I'd like to go across the street to the dance hall.
Okay. So we'll put them both down.
Yep.
that's a great idea.
Yep.
Jelly rolls in a dance hall. I've seen you dance with your daddy before when you were a little girl on our first trip we first met in 2011. It was so
At
sweet.
Beer Garden.
That's
At Beer
right.
Garden.
I love that memory.
Both of you. Both of you.
It was a
No,
wonderful memory.
Oh, it was awesome.
Yes,
for the adults.
it was a wonderful memory.
Yeah.
I'll never forget it.
Yeah, I won't either. I won't either, honey.
Sweet memory.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds like a plan for sure. And I have to see pictures and video.
Okay.
I'm going to make a prediction for 2022 with my next one.
Okay.
I will be sitting on a bench on the Walt Disney Railroad in 2022 in the Magic Kingdom.
Oh, yes.
I will be riding the Walt Disney Railroad.
Yay. Maybe I'll be there with you, Brenda. Maybe I'll be there with you.
We have fingers, toes, we have everything crossed we can possibly cross that during our next trip. Whenever every trip I think we've talked about, maybe during our next trip, it'll be open.
Yeah.
So
Maybe.
Yeah.
making a
Looks like
prediction
you
for
guys have a
2022.
few. Looks to me like you guys have multiple trips planned for this year.
Looks
Yeah.
like we're
Yeah.
Oh boy, this is gonna be an expensive year.
looks like we're gonna.
All right. Is it my turn?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. I want to leave my last one. Is it okay if I leave that last one for the last?
Absolutely.
So that means you two have to come up with one more each.
Don't worry, I
Okay.
have one.
Yeah.
You have one, Sophie? That's not
Yeah.
going to be stealing one of mine?
No.
Not that you're stealing. We just think alike. Okay, what's your next one, Sophie?
My next one, I'm just getting making sure that I have the right year so that I don't get my hopes up. Okay, yeah. Yep, that's what I thought. Okay, so my last one is the Tron coaster. Last I checked, it's set to open in 2022.
It won't open till 2023.
Wait, oh,
I'm sorry.
but it says on this page. Yeah, to be fair, that's not the official one. Okay.
I'll
Baby.
tell you of a rumor that I heard from a cast member when I was there in November. Okay, this is
Yeah.
the first I'm saying it out loud. It's the first the listeners may have heard it, but I heard it from a cast member while I was getting onto an attraction. This is what I heard. Take it for what it's worth. After the 50th anniversary, which goes until March of 2023, Disney will go straight into a new celebration, which is 100 years of Mickey, because he was created in 1923, and they will save the Tron attraction for that celebration.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
I heard it from a cast member. I don't know if it's true, but apparently they just had a meeting that morning, and that is what I heard.
Wow.
That's a did you hear? You heard it here first rumor.
Yes.
The only
I
issue
believe
is
it because it's logical to do that.
Yeah, it does make sense.
Yeah.
So
Haven't seen Disney release that information, but
yeah.
just saying.
but
Oh
Sophie's
shoot,
hope
that's still
is that she gets to ride the Tron roller coaster in 2022.
But you know what you do get to do
You
in
just dashed
2022?
it.
I know, but I'm going to give you one to replace it.
Okay, what is
Guess
it?
what is coming back for 2022?
What?
Phantasmic.
Oh.
I didn't think about that.
And Sophie and I have never seen Phantasmic at Walt Disney World.
No, we haven't. I've only seen it over in Disneyland.
Yeah.
That's one for you right there.
Ooh.
Okay. So Sophie is going to experience
Fantastic. Yep.
Yay. I hope I'm there with y'all during that time. I don't know when it's going to be, but it's supposed to be in 2022.
I hope you're there too. I hope that'd be awesome.
That would be fun.
Yeah. All right, Brenda.
Great.
Well, okay, my last one, I'm just going to skip to, I don't even know if they're going to do anything or what they're going to do, but Epcot will turn 40 in 2022. So I'm hoping I happen to be there during the birthday or anniversary celebration of Epcot in 2022.
Agreed. I would really like to.
I would too.
And I'm
You're
hoping
right.
that the Walt statue is going to be there before they start that celebration and the Moana water thing and all that. I hope all that's going to be there for that. I don't know. We'll see.
I don't either.
Yep.
And that takes me to close it out.
Here we go.
All right, guys. And listeners, I want Brenda, Sophie, and myself, and of course, Mr. Grogu. I want us to record an episode of On the Road with Mickey on location at Disney.
Fun. That would be fun.
I think it would
be
awesome. I think it would be so cool. And
that would be super fun.
I have no idea how we would do it. Would we just be like running a Skype from our phones while we're walking around the parks? I don't know. What would we do?
No.
What would we
Well,
do?
we could
I
be
don't
all in
know.
one room, couldn't we? And like really looking at each
What
other
would be?
and talking.
But could you imagine what would be really cool is if we're recording and like the audience, like the crowds, like, hey, hi, we're from
Yeah.
Grand Rapids.
I think that would be awesome.
I think it would be.
Yeah.
I think it would be so cool.
Well, you could plan the meetup for the listeners in
Yeah.
conjunction with the live
Oh,
podcast.
Yeah. That would be the way to yield the best results.
Yeah. Then we'd meet a lot of people.
that
We
would
like to meet people that are Disney people.
Of
Yeah.
course. Disney people are the best people.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Mm-hmm.
So that's on my want to do in 2022 list.
That sounds fun.
Yes. Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
We could do it at the dance hall.
Oh,
Yes.
but you don't want to see this fat boy dancing.
Oh, would
Yeah.
you stop?
wants
Not
to
on
see
camera
this?
anyway.
She wants to see this girl dancing.
I do.
Yeah.
I'm a great
Yes.
dancer.
You are a great dancer.
Celebration.
Anyway, that
Well, that's
was
great.
number 22.
That was fun.
And that wraps up our 22 things to do in 2022 at Disney. And I think that it's an open-ended question. So listeners, commenters, Facebook group, whoever is out there hearing us, what is on your list to do in 2022? That's what I want to know.
I want to know too.
So leave us the comments. Let us know. We'd love to hear your feedback. And thanks for listening. And now it is time for this day in Disney history. Sophie,
All right.
take it away.
I have a good one. I have a really good one. This
Good.
takes place all the way back in 1937, where
Nice.
Walt Disney appears on the cover of Time magazine. The publication profiles Disney the week Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs is released, calling the film the most ambitious animated cartoon ever attempted.
For sure.
Yeah. Because I think, I'm sorry, go ahead, Sophie.
I was just saying, and we all know exactly where that led us.
Yeah, no doubt. And the thing I was going to say was, we're airing on December 27th. I think it was the 21st or something like that is the anniversary of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs release in the theaters.
Yeah.
So that is a cool time. That is, great history, Sophie. Great history.
That little movie,
Thank
The Wizard
you.
of Oz, would have never, ever been done if it hadn't been for Walt Disney.
Really?
What movie's that? No one's heard of it.
Yep. That little movie would have never been made if Walt Disney hadn't first done what he was able to do, because then everyone saw possibility.
All the possibilities.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Way to go, Walt.
Yes. Yes.
He's waving it on the road with Mickey. He's waving to us.
Encore.
We love you, Walt.
All right. Well, it is time to stump the soap.
Sure it is.
It's
time to attempt, right?
Yeah, that's more like it.
Okay. I think this is a gimme for the most part. And when I read this first clue, I think it makes it even more of a gimme. But so I'm going to read the first clue I had last. So the first is this character is the town hero.
Town hero, okay.
This character is sure that they are better than everyone else?
Gaston.
That's what I was thinking.
The first clue was that this character is an oversized hunter. And then I thought, oh my gosh, that's like giving it, that's like, yes, it is absolutely Gaston.
Yeah.
Very good, Sophie.
Thank you.
So I have 2 bits of Did You Know? And this just makes my stomach curdle a little bit. But Gaston eats 5 dozen eggs each day. And for those of us that are watching our weight, that's around 4,680 calories just in eggs. And by the way, he eats them raw. That's gross.
Yuck.
Salmonella much?
Yeah.
Actually, you know something? I know this takes place in France,
Uh-huh.
but in Japan, there's something about the chickens there that allows a person to safely consume their eggs without cooking them, and it's actually something that is apparently very common in Japanese cuisine.
Yeah. And there's people everywhere that eat them raw, but not me. I barely eat them cooked.
Yeah,
Now,
I like them cooked.
this
Over a
is a
steak.
question. The Did You Know says it's unclear. But I want to know, Sophie, Brenda, Grogu, excuse me, is Gaston his first name or his last name?
That would be his first name,
I
I'm
would
pretty
say that
sure.
too.
You think
But
it's
actually,
it's unclear. We don't know.
yeah.
That's
And if
true.
you think about it, it could be either, obviously, because it could be Gaston is his first name, or it could be Gaston's, like Gaston's Tavern could be his last name. It could be either. What's your take on it, Sophie?
Well, actually, in the reprise of the song Belle, Belle mockingly refers to herself as Madame Gaston. So, I think it's his last name.
That would make perfect sense.
Okay. Just keep in mind this Who's Who book was written pre the live
Well,
action Beauty and the Beast.
even in the
so,
live action one, I don't think it's made clear.
yeah.
I don't either.
Cool.
Very
This is
interesting.
something to think about.
Yeah,
Definitely something to think about.
definitely.
I think it's his last name. That's, to me, it feels like a last name. So
I always thought it was his first name, but being that she just said that, that makes sense that that would be a last name.
yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Sophie always has great insight. Brenda.
I know, that's the truth.
Always.
Yep,
Always.
always.
Grogu is like, I have no idea. Look at his eyes. His eyes are saying, I have no idea if it's his first name or his last name, and I don't care. I just want to know if he's going to give me a macaron.
Grogu's also thinking, I'm just glad that I get to sit here with the one that knows everything.
He would never take a macaron from Gaston. Gaston is not to be trusted.
He wants to know when his friend Billy's going to give him some chocolate cake.
Yes.
He does want to know that. All right.
All right.
Well, that takes us to Miss Brenda. Aunt Brenda, Miss Brenda.
Yay. I have a quote today from when Walt was thinking back on his childhood. And he stated this quote, "But now looking back, I have satisfaction, even pleasure, in tracing the effects those newspaper delivery days had on my mature life. Now I can appreciate the self-reliance, self-discipline, and self-wisdom gained from those responsibilities. The sense of responsibility, yes, this, I believe, is the most valuable thing a boy can carry along into later life from his first job."
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
In so many ways, and to anyone listening who's never worked before and might be getting ready to start their working or whatever. It's not about so much about what you're doing. It's about the responsibility that you've been given a task to do, and being responsible and being trusted enough that you will do what you're asked to do. That is huge,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So.
And earning a paycheck for the first time. And that was,
Yeah.
you can imagine he was young. I mean, I was 13 when I started working, but I always look back with fondness on that. I earned, my own money. It's a sense of
Yeah.
pride that, yeah.
Same
Yeah.
here. I was just a teenager. My mom had a friend who worked in the cafeteria with her, and she had a side business where she would go and have people put out the little pamphlets in the,
Yeah.
the doors, with the coupons, and
Yeah.
and I was selected to help her with that. And so I would be one of the little kids back when you could do this and not
Yeah.
worry about anything. I would be
Yeah.
going around to all these strangers' houses and giving them a little pamphlet, and I would get paid for it based on how many I
Yeah.
gave out. And it was like I would get a check that day.
Mm-hmm.
I would take it to Safeway, the grocery store. They would cash my check for me, give me cash for it right then.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is so cool.
That's magic.
Money I got.
That is magic.
And
Yep.
I'm like, and it's what it was. But you're
Finally
absolutely
got
right.
it.
Walt was absolutely right. It is the responsibility that you get
Yeah.
out of that you can use that and use it to drive you forward for the rest of your life. So
Yeah.
well done. Good quote, Brenda. Great
Good quote, Walt. Yep.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Well, that wraps us up, friends. That is our this week, and we hope you have enjoyed it. And next week, we are going to be looking at our 2021 year in review.
Oh.
We're going to be
Yeah.
talking about some of the things we liked and maybe some things we didn't necessarily like, but we're going to kind of encapsulate the year 2021 for us and just kind of go back through the year and pick up on some highlights that we had from the year. So stay
Awesome.
tuned,
Because-
and I think it'll be a good episode.
My goodness. I can't believe the next episode that we're going to record is going to be in 2022.
I know, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
So, from Sophie, Aunt Brenda, Grogu, myself, Walt, Mickey, and all of us here at On the Road with Mickey, we want to say Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas.
Yes, happy holidays, and have a safe and prosperous new year coming up.
Yes.
Yep.
All right.
All right. Well, we will
See
See
you
you
See
on
you
on
on
the
the
road.
road.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.